Alright guys, welcome back to another video of anime Vanguards, and in today's video we are gonna be reviewing shiny Alocard Ethereal. I don't even know how I got him, by the way. Actually I pulled up the clip right here of when I pulled him. Oh my god, we got two! No fucking way! And he's shiny, oh my god! It was actually insane. Actually, we got two of them. Actually, we got a normal, standard Alocard, and then we got a shiny. But today we are gonna be reviewing shiny Alocard. All right, with Ethereal, those are his stats right there. I believe getting him is super rare, especially in shiny. It's a 1 in 25,000 to even get a secret. But I believe getting a shiny would make it 0.001 chance of getting instead of 0.004. So we did get super lucky. So we're gonna go over his passive, we're gonna go over his damage, his abilities, and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so we are in an infinite now, and we're just gonna get set up real quick. I actually don't know what anime Alocard is from. Let me do some quick research real quick, actually, before I even say anything. All right, so what is it? Alocard is a character from Hellsing, the anime. It does look really good, so I actually might give it a watch. But first, we are gonna set him up real quick. But if you guys don't understand, it is a secret unit, and it takes 1 out of 25,000 chance to even get. It's a 0.04% chance of even getting a secret unit, so keep that in mind. So I got super lucky. I didn't buy my way through, don't worry, there's no trading in this game, I believe, just yet. But yeah, let me skip part. Let me finish this yap sesh real quick and upgrade all my money units, and let's get right into reviewing him. All right, enough yapping out of the way. So we finally upgraded all of our units, so they're currently being funneled in the back. So let's place down our Alocard right here. So he does have Ethereal, so his damage and SPA are a little bit higher than it's supposed to be. So, and then of course SPA is supposed to be lower. So this is what he looks like in a game. That's his in-game model right here. Kind of sick, kind of looks like Batman, I ain't gonna lie. So he is a full AoE unit, but not just yet. I believe after his 3rd or 4th upgrade. So as of right now, this is his base level 0, and it's just a tiny, I guess, square looking box, and his damage is 2.53, and then 5.9 SPS and 29.8 range. So upgrade 1, 3.17k, 5.9 and 31 range, and then next upgrade is Jackal and Console Barrage. So this turns it into like a Gatling gun, so like a multi-hit, and also that activates his bleed. If I forgot to mention that Alocard is also a bleed unit, just like, you know, if y'all played AA or AD, he is a really good bleed unit. So that is him. And if you guys want to read his passive before we get to upgrade 11, as you can see, attacks inflict bleed equal to 25% of this unit's damage. And then Birds of Hermes, of course, we'll get back into that when we get more into his upgrades. So of course he does, let's see, 25% of bleed of what his damage is, so 25% of 4.75k. So next upgrade, 3, 5.44k, 5.5 SBA, and 36.7. All right, so now we are gonna get into this full AOE. Look at that. That's sick. It literally just wipes the floor with all the characters real quick. That's kind of giving me a headache. So let's not do that real quick. So that is his full AOE. It is 6.19k, 5.1 SBA, and 37.9 range. That is really good for any unit. First, let me go upgrade this real quick so I don't lose. All right. So that is his full AOE, and then let's go next real quick. His next upgrade, 6.71 thousand. Oh my god, that hurts my head. Okay, we're not doing that. 4.8 SPA and then 39 range. That is still really good. And then next, 7.08k, 4.8 SPA, and 40.2 range. But also, guys, keep in mind of his bleed damage equal to his damage. So this might look really low in stat wise, but his bleed makes up for it, so don't think too much about it. All right, so Hellhounds, it gets rid of his full AOE. I have no idea why, but it is kind of like a really cool ability. So 7.72 and then 5.1 and 41.3. So it shoots a bunch of these like dogs, hounds. I don't even know what they are. You can't really get like a good look on them, but I'm assuming they're kind of like dogs. So that is his second ability. No, his third ability. So not bad. Still does bleed damage, but not as good as his full AOE. And then next, upgrade 8, 8.10, and then 5.1, and then 45.9. All right. Next one, upgrade 9, 8.99, and then 5.1 and 47. And then we're going to Birds of Hermes. So his passive is enemies that enter this unit range while bleeding will be afflicted with wounded. Enemies afflicted with wounded takes 25% more damage. So bleed stacks on top of this also. So they take 25% more damage. So that's really good. So let's upgrade that, and it turns it into a giant full AOE unit. So it covers a giant ground because also, of course, I have Euthero on. But if we also look at his stats, ZSZ. So some of the best you can get unless I decide to get godly on him. So next upgrade is Restraint. Takes it to 10.42k, 4.4, and 48.2. 10.42 thousand damage every 4.4 seconds is insane. And you're probably wondering what this little button here, Restraint. All right, so it has a 150-second cooldown. So pretty much, let's read it real quick. While ghouls are present on this map, SPA decreases by 10% until they are dead. Each time a ghoul dies, damage is increased by 1% up to 35%. So if you guys don't understand, so every time you summon these guys, all right, your SPA decreases by 10%. So we should see a 10% decrease in our SPA here. And then until all of our ghouls die. So pretty much every time they die, right, they will increase our damage by 1%. So you should see this go up, and it can go up to 35%. And it says it right here too. So let's click that real quick. And these guys, unlike Sung Jin Woo, spawn all the way back here. So expect not to see them like up close, because you know you want 10%, or yeah, 10. Is it 10%? Hold up. Yeah, you do want a 10% decrease, you know, a little bit longer. So that's why they spawn all the way over there. So instead of 4.4, or I think 4.3, we are at a 3.9. So is really good. So 10.42k every 3.9 seconds plus wounded and bleed. So that is really good. And then also let's do with the Haruka buff real quick. So we're just gonna do that, and then because of course Haruka buffs your unit damage plus 3% per wave, all units in the range, maxing out at 18%. So let's give it a second, and then let's see what we are at. And of course the ghouls will come, and it'll demonstrate to you guys real quick what it looks like. And of course you can see the debuffs, bleed, and wounded on top of these guys too. So super nice. So every time these guys die, our Alocard will increase by 1% of damage. So it'll keep going up. Yep, 11.5k. Yep, and it'll just keep going, maxing out at 35%. So we gotta wait for the next wave real quick so Haruka can buff him real quick, and see kind of what buff we can get. So plus 3% of Haruka is really good, 12.08. But this is this is Alocard. He is a really good unit. I recommend anyone trying to get him. Super fancy, super cool looking, especially if you get the shiny version of him. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot of damage, in the long run it is really good, because if you do Paragon or Infinite and they decide to pull out regen, it stops them from regenning, and also Trice also, you know, kills units a lot faster. Of course, if you pair it up with multiple Alocards, it's going to be more broken, of course, because then more bleed, more wounded, and more damage. So yeah, we place all three right here. It's just so good. Like, imagine having all this bleed and slow SBA. So 3.9 seconds for 11,000 damage, plus, you know, once your little minions die. So, and then of course it inflicts bleed, wounded, and it's just so good, because the Burgess of Hermes, right? Enemies that enter this unit range while bleeding will be inflicted. Wounded enemies inflicted with wounded will take 20% more damage. So if you decide to place Igris or even Sung Jin Woo, they will do 25% more damage to those units also, because of course they are wounded. So that is really good. I would honestly recommend Alocard on any team if you guys do have him. Even though he seems weak, honestly, use him. You guys don't understand how overpowered he is. So I hope this review helps, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know who you guys want to see next. Peace.